So there's a little picture over I always get this wrong. There's over on this side,
Yeah.
there's a little picture of my wife and me at the pyramids in Egypt. And then my little boy, I can't do it. And my little boy, I can't do it. It's all mirror images. When he was very little, and there's a speaker and a bunch of good books.
I love it. And this gives me greater appreciation for the weathercasters who always have to point in the opposite direction.
I know, right?
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
I'd last about a second in that job. And here's the storm center is coming in from, who knows?
Same. Okay, so I know that you guys shot this in British Columbia. Did you ever get a chance to drive a couple hours south and spend any time in Seattle?
I kept trying to make it to Seattle, and we never did. We often on this show had dance rehearsals and things on the weekend. So it was hard to slip away, to be honest. Turns out really difficult to make a musical each week in 8 days.
That is what I don't think we can overstate that part of it, because viewers at home watch it and it looks quite effortless, but that's literally what you're doing, is creating a new musical in a little more than a week, every week.
Yeah, it was really ambitious and extraordinary. And we had a great dance team and music team, but it often meant you didn't have weekends. Your weekends were spent rehearsing or taking, in my case, voice lessons or doing things to prepare for what was coming up.
And Peter, for you, this is kind of old hats. I assume you didn't need the same kind of voice lessons that maybe other people needed. Did you slip right back into that singing role easily?
Something happened.
Uh-oh.
No.
Peter is all of us right now. I have never felt more out of control of what I'm supposed to be doing in my daily life than doing these Zoom interviews.
Well, it's kind of like Peter on this show. He's silent, so I'll speak for both of us.
Okay. I will ask you this because I was going to ask Peter. I am always curious. Obviously, people tune in to watch you guys singing in addition to the beautiful storylines. But when do you tend to sing the most outside of work? Do you?
I'm a songwriter, so yes. I'm often singing in relationship to whatever song I'm writing, and I probably sing way more than you'd have to ask Ted Danson, but I might maybe sing way more than I should. But and my husband always refused to sing at all, and in the great pause, or whatever you call this moment in time, he decided that he was going to take some voice lessons. And so he's been studying with the same person that we studied with for Zoey's playlist. And he really isn't doing this for a project. He's doing it just because he wanted to stare down that particular fear at this moment in his life. And I'm really proud of him.
How does he sound? How's he doing?
Sounds amazing. He always sounded amazing. And I told him that he had this, like a lot of people, he had this real block about singing. And I've been there too. This whole show was, especially for me, very out of my comfort zone. But in fact, when Peter and I sing the song Perfect, which was in a previous episode, that was the first time I've ever sung harmony in my life. So, you're never too late to learn this stuff. Are you back, Peter?
Are you back, Peter?
I'm back. I'm so what happened? I couldn't hear you. I could see you, but I couldn't talk.
We were saying
a fantastic opportunity to talk, which, as you know,
that's my favorite thing. If you had a choice between listening to me and listening to Mary.
Okay, so let's talk about this season finale that's coming up. First of all, I keep hearing about a one-shot 7-minute musical number. This happens?
Yes. Yes. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I can't wait for people to see it. And you know what Mary was starting to say earlier was we looked at this whole thing. We discovered that we were really at Camp Broadway. That as much as we would have liked to go to Seattle or go home or go to dinner or go do something, we realized we had a dance number to learn. And if you're not a great dancer like I am, it's terrifying unless you're lucky enough to be in Mandy Moore and Jeffrey and Jillian, her amazing dance team's hands. And but we were up there just trying our best not to embarrass ourselves on national television. So that's never left. We were up there for months.
Okay, and special guests in the season finale, Bernadette Peters will be back in that episode?
I think Bernadette is in the one right
this weekend. Okay.
One coming up this week, and that was that was an absolute joy to work.
Wow, so cool.
Is Paul Feig in the finale?
Paul is also in the one coming up.
Okay.
The final episode is really everybody that you've seen throughout the season, and this extraordinary single shot experience. I mean, I've never done anything like what it was that we did, and it required a team of maybe 100 people, cast and crew, all working very precisely and doing everything exactly at the right second. And it was one of the most ambitious things I've ever been a part of, ever in my career. It was really, I can't wait for people to see it.
And who will you be watching? Go ahead, Peter.
Great. Cool.
Who will you guys be watching the finale with?
I'll be watching with Ted Danson. How about you, Peter?
I'll be watching it with Paula Harwood, my wife, and billions of other people all around the world, right?
That is the correct answer.
I like that.
Can I, we have to just ask a quarantine question, since it is the strangest commonality that we are all experiencing right now. What have you guys found you miss the most? And what have you found that you miss the least?
I miss my the most.
Go, Peter. Sorry.
I miss my kids the most. But the fact that, knock on wood, they're okay. My wife's okay. That's the only thing that's important to me. I'd like to see them, but if they're okay, I can wait.
Yeah.
I miss my kids and my grandkids. I miss hugging them, and just the thought of it makes me start to get emotional. But I miss the least probably leaving my sweet little doggy who's curled up over there on the floor, who's a herder, and he's a little shepherd. And so every time I would ever leave him to go away for a few days or to work, he was so sad. I tried to take him as much as possible, but Arthur has been with his parents day in, day out for a very long time now, and he's really happy. So I like that too.
Well, we as viewers can't wait for you guys to get back to work, but at least we have this weekend and then the finale to look forward to next weekend. So thank you so much for taking the time to chat today, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Stay well.
You too.